NHRL Daytona 500, sponsored by Travwantsthemcd. I am your host, Keenan Kimber, alongside Adam Pelk as my co-commentator.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, morning, whatever you are.
And we are here to present the Daytona 500 coverage of the NHRL Daytona 500 presented by Travwantsthemcd, and we are here ready for a great race. The ones to watch for this race, we have a few people to watch for. We got John Sheets we plan on watching, Christian Pacheco, Jared Bogley, and Michael Walls. We all know how good that group of people is at NASCAR, but we know how Daytona is. It's a track where anyone can win it. So, what is your big things to look for in this race?
I expect a lot of side-by-side racing, probably drafting, and is this qualifying or is this the actual race?
Yeah, so we all know with these races, teamwork is going to be a huge part. And we know there's alliances going into this, manufacturer battles as well. But I literally, for the first few laps, I could see it playing up. But when it comes down to the end of the race where it's going to matter, I don't think we'll see any of that. I think we'll see a finish similar to NHRL National, and it'll be no holds bar, who can time it, and who's going to win this race. What are you expecting?
I definitely think it's going to be all about the last lap pass, who can time it perfectly.
Right. We saw in NHRL National, we had a interesting finish. We had a timed. Someone had the time to run to get to the win, and we were 3 wide for second, behind. Are you expecting a bit more of a crazy race, or maybe a quiet race, big finish, maybe a big race all the way through? Maybe we'll finish with 4 cars on the lead lap. Who knows?
And we are green.
I am communicating. Hold on just a second. Are we able to join yet?
Yeah, they just took the green
flag.
Alright.
Well, I got the command late. We are about to go into the lobby to go join this race so we can the action to y'all. As we're connecting in and loading in.
I was already in the race.
I was not, unfortunately. It's probably my fault either way, but we're fine. As we are here with the beautiful Daytona 500 logo, the Great American Race, that 61st annual in real life. But I'm not sure. I think this is our 4th or 5th in the NHRL. But should be a good one. Who is your pick to win this race?
If I were to pick, probably either Micah or Kyler. They're both strong in this league, but my underdog is gonna be Fabian.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a big dog here. I think Michael Walls is gonna win it here in the 48 car. I believe he's in the 48. There's the 38 going by right there. Looks to be about 7th in line. There seems to be 2 distinct packs already starting to split, with the 22 there in 2nd. Not really sure who that is. I'll work on that as we go. But
that is whoever she wants the MCD is.
That is Hunter McDivitt, one of my good pals. He's looking strong early on. Chad trying to get that outside lane to work here around the outside of the outside of the 12 and the 34. Seems like the Buick, I'm not sure what his name is kind of all alone, but that might be part of the strategy, stay out of trouble. But it seems like everybody's starting to graduate or kind of just join the inside line wherever they can. As
yeah, and the 47 and Jake just lost a little bit of the draft.
Yeah, there's, oh, almost spinning into the tribal. Good save as we ride on board with the number 37 and hood view. He's got the clear track out ahead, but once again we have a change for second. Michael Walls has taken second place away from Hunter McDivitt, followed by, I think that was Jared.
Yeah, Jared is in third.
Yep, and it's kind of just everybody on the inside line, everybody seems to be biding their time, trying to just protect their position. As you see them barely dip under the double yellow. You got to remember, you're not allowed to pass below the double yellow line. Unless if you are forced, that will likely be a penalty for the other one, for whoever forced you. But we're starting to see kind of a split between the first two as we have a wreck, big wreck in the back, middle to back of the field. I believe that will be a caution, but not entirely sure yet.
Oh yeah, like 8 cars were involved at least.
Yeah, huge crash, and they're still wrecking back here. But what a, that went 0 to 100.
They are calling the yellow.
Yellow is out here in Daytona. Yeah,
and
as
I think Fabian's going to retain onto the lead here.
Yes, I do believe so. Fabian will be followed by Michael Walls, followed by Jared Bogley. Let's see. I'm trying to cycle through.
Donald Stern is in the 9.
Donald Stern in third. So Matthew Stotts in fourth. The 22 of Hunter McDivitt. Yeah, followed by Justin Rott. The 11 of VTech Hokies would be Connor Passament, I'm pretty sure. Then Ethan Fonseca.
Is in the 4.
Well, I didn't have no clues in the 11.
While this caution is out, let's take a look at it.
Oh, we have cars pitting. First one to take is Michael Walls. Michael Walls is the first to come on pit road, and he's got several behind him. We're just gonna come in and watch them stop. I'm not sure if the pit animations will come out, but hopefully they do. Yeah, they are not. We'll go.
Let's give a rundown of the field here.
Yeah,
so
first
you can have a clue of who is running in this race.
Yeah, first place we have Fidel Fabian, followed by Jared Bogley, Donald Stern, and the 6 of Justin Rott. I believe so. No, I apologize. Who's the 6? 6 is...
I'm just gonna run through and read through the numbers as they come up. So, in the 47 we have Jake Mayer. In the number 1, Christian Pacheco, which I find that very surprising. He's not on Hendrick Motorsports this year.
But well, we all know the Chip Ganassi car, Hendrick cars are kind of working together throughout the season. So I guess that goes along with it.
Of course.
Fidel.
Micah in the 48, Justin Roth in the 34, Ryan Bogey in the 21, Nick Beanham in the 38, Connor Passman in the 4. Ethan Fonseca is back in the number 18.
Fonseca, yeah. I believe we're going green this lap. I believe we're going green this lap. So I'm going to pick, who should we ride along with? I said we ride along with Chad Thornquist. We know he's aggressive, and I want to ride with him on this restart. See what type of moves he makes. As we do have single file restarts. We are back at green flag in the air, on board with Chad Thornquist. Looking around him, nobody's really making many moves. Couple cars in the back, but nothing really. Kind of everybody's giving each other space. As we look up farther in the field, the 2 is right behind several. It looks like the 95 got out of line, and everybody's going to take advantage of it. 18 hops up with him. Ethan Fonseca dips back to the inside, right in front of the Buick. Excuse me. But 3 cars right here could get a monster run on the 24 as the 9 of Donald Stern goes way to the outside with Jared Bogley towing him. Jared Bogley is now in the lead after not knowing what happened, but here comes Hunter McDivitt moving to the inside, and he is blocked. That kind of leaves Donaldson to the outside. He is side drafting hard, but in the corner, he's just going to lose too much time. There's Fidel Fabian right there, as he kind of just fell way back. He moves to the outside behind Jester, and they're spinning in the back, but it seems like everything is a-okay. 18 is trying to find his way back onto the track, but he keeps it straight. Great piece of driving there by Ethan Fonseca.
So 24 of Taisa Panara, he was the one that was majorly involved. He was going to lose the pack big time.
Yeah, as I try to go cut to a piece of him. You know how this is. We only have one car out of the race so far. And we have a flip once again, the number 17. Oh, he is lagging. I apologize there. He is pushing the 47, and the 47 is flipping. Wow. The 40's okay. We're just going to ignore that, but that seems to be a bit of lag there as the Christian Pacheco slots back in the line, and we have kind of a looks to be about 15 car train there as we're going to go.
That is not looking pretty.
As McDivitt looks to the outside contact with 22 and 11. They are making 37, kills the 22. Fidel Fabian runs up into Hunter McDivitt as there's more cars involved. 2, 95, 12, 17, 18, 47 is flipping. I'm sure there's going to be, and yellow is out. Seems as the leader is still Jared Bogley. He was able to outlast, followed by Justin Roth, and I'm not sure who VT Hokies are, but I will be checking on that right now.
By the way, the number 6 is Matthew Scott.
Who's VT? Who is VT? Mods right now are dealing with the situation of that wreck. I will let y'all know as soon as I can. But Adam, I will let you call this restart since I've called pretty much everything so far. You ready, big fella?
I think the road is going to be open this time.
No, they're going green this time. I heard from the officials, and we are ready to go green. And it's your call, big fella.
There they go, Jared Bogley off to a good start. We're back to green here at Daytona. Looks like pretty much single file as they head into turn 1.
Yeah, as we are back, the 11 is actually Jackson Tate. I apologize for not knowing your name beforehand. But as the restart is back, not really much movement once again in the middle to later part of the pack. But we do seem to have a bit of almost 3 wide action. As Ryan Bogie look, the 4 is on the apron drifting around 3 and 4. How much time will that lose him? As we switch camera views, Ryan Bogie, it seems to hurt pretty bad, and the 4 was hurt even. As who is that? Hard in the outside wall. I'm doing my. Yeah, it is Matthew Stott. I am very sorry that I cannot get to the car that having the issue as quickly as I'm trying as quickly as I can. It just doesn't let me, unfortunately. But for the 88, Jared Bogley peeks out. Will he get in the 18? Ethan Fonseca back mowing the grass once again, but he seems to have kept it straight.
He's basically pulling a Joey Logano if you think about it.
Yes, I'm not sure how many laps are left in the stage, but it cannot be many, as they seem to be content riding right where they are, as Jared Bogley and Justin Roth and that is Jackson Tate are just kind of biding their time. 3 manufacturers in the top 3, which kind of sounds dumb because of course there would be, but you don't usually see that. You usually see a couple manufacturers together as they are wrecking in the back of the field. 24 of Not sure, but I saw Fidel Fabian's in the wreck. The
They
24.
are still racing, so I think there is no more caution.
Yeah, that would be Tyler Sampanara. Was part of the issue there. Hokies goes to the outside. Jackson Tate, did he get there? I don't know. I think that is the end of the stage, and it is. So
Yep,
the one.
He's gonna win stage 1.
Yeah, I believe Jackson Tate did beat him to the line. So it'll probably be Jared Bogley, Jackson Tate, followed by Justin Raw.
And Bryce Hederman and Kyler Box was the cutoff for the stage points.
And we have a guest. I would like for you to add Wolfgang Stone into the party, please, if that's possible.
Alright, I'll gladly do that.
Thank you. We will have a very popular person join us in the booth. Wolfgang Stone, NHRL national driver, and I think he will be commentating more races later this season. But as we are getting ready for the restart, the leader is Jared Bogley, I believe.
Bingham is the leader.
Oh, Nick Bingham out of nowhere is the new leader. He must have took some sort of strategy which almost won him the national race. But as we are back on the green going into turn 1, Nick Bingham edges out in front of Hunter McDivitt with help from Jared Bogley and Jackson Tate. Cars are kind of squirrely around there, but seem to be pretty clean off of 2.
Yeah,
that inside line.
Nick Bingham didn't take any tires or just took 2.
Yes, hello Wolfgang. How are you today?
Good. How's my replacement commentator doing?
We're doing pretty well. As I said before, Wolfgang will likely be in the booth more often this season. I think he's actually the main commentator. But so I decided to take over since he'd be late, and he's going to join us for the rest of the race. Take it away, Mr. Wolfgang.
Oh, crash. I think we have a crash.
Oh, and the 24 is on their lid. Tie NASCAR, which would be Tyler Sampanara.
Upside down.
As they are still rolling, and I think they have decided to keep it green, even after that vicious hit. As the Buick, I'm not sure what his name is. Wolfgang, do you know?
Jonathan Parker.
Jonathan Parker had decided to kind of peek out of line there, but he slams his way back in front of the 32.
Oh, crash.
And then we have another wreck. It seems like everybody saying okay, yes. We kind of have the inside line. There's a few cars trying to make the outside work, but it's not nearly enough. So we have Nick Bingham in front, followed by the 42 of Bryce Hederman, followed by Jackson Tate, Kyler Boggs, and Donald Stern. Yes, and Donald Stern that rounds out your top 5. We have cars. That is Jonathan Parker, excuse me, trying to make way around the outside, but it's not happening.
42 is looking all over the back bumper of Bingham there.
Yeah, I think
anybody get around him.
Oh, and I think Jared Bogley just made a pass under the yellow line.
Maybe, but it seems like everybody's keeping it going clean. He gave it back if he did, so we're good.
Yeah, I think he did give it back.
Yeah. As it seems like the front few cars are trying to get a breakaway.
Oh, contact there.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh!
42 off the track there.
Yep, going around the inside. The 11 moves up into second. Jackson Tate after that. Very mysterious happening. Excuse me there.
Jackson Tate, he swooped up high. I don't know if he's looking for maybe help up there or what.
I don't know. I think
Wow.
The 2 is back on the apron, Jonathan Parker. As he's in the grass. He just decides to back off. Smart move. As we are on board with Bryce Hederman here in 3rd place. Levin hitting the apron as there's bumping there. Looking behind him.
It's something else when he's leading the line at Daytona. I mean, he did that a lot in the...
Michael Walls off the track in the grass as there's contact. Michael Walls and Jared Bogley.
Spinning in front of the field. Don't know if that'll be a yellow.
Not sure. Almost hit by the one of whoever it is. I can't think of it right now. As I cycle through to find it.
Christopher Pacheco, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. Jared Bogley and Michael Walls are trying to get back up to speed. Now, with all that happening, top 3 is still Nick Bingham, Jackson Tate, Bryce Hederman. And now we have Jake Gumar from 4th and Tim Olson in 5th.
Jake is a terrific pit racer. Just seems like he always has bad luck with Daytona and Talladega. So.
Yeah, sometimes you just rather be lucky than good, but we all know he has true skill here. Yep, looks like as several cars look kind of squirrely through the center of 1 and 2. Not sure if that's a handling issue or they're just trying to be careful and not hit the apron. But the 21 of Ryan Bogey peeks out of line, trying to see if he can go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. Can he slots? No, he cannot. He can. He slots right down in front of Justin Raw as they're on the apron once again off of 4. Contact, 11 and 42. Oh, Jake Gumar is up in the air. Yep. Whew. Yellow is out.
Kid Pizzola almost went upside down there.
Yeah.
They are slowing down. Caution is out.
Just as we were talking about his skill on these tracks, he just cannot get the luck that he wants. That's just part of it.
I'm going about 60 miles an hour.
So we are under yellow here.
Maintain its lead here.
Yeah, but if you notice, we have some new players up here. For the first time, we haven't heard much of anything from the 21 or the 12 of John Sheets and Ryan Bogey. Ryan Bogey being the 21 and John Sheets the 12. Tim Olson has been quietly making his way through the field all race, and he finds himself in 4th. The 18 of Ethan Fonseca, who's had all sorts of issues this race, has made his way, and I think he is in P7 or 8. Yeah, we have a lot of new players up here. All started off with the strategy call for Nick Bingham, and
that is about to change.
Yes, and we have not very many, just a few cars coming down pit road. But first one was Nick Bingham. I kind of feel like he had to do so. He must not.
He pulled the peg.
Oh, then I hate this camera. Excuse me. But yep, he retains the lead.
I can't tell who the first one was.
I can't either, but top 3 seems to be the same. But interested, ready to go back green. We saw some pretty good racing there.
Chad Thurquist is going to be the first off pit road.
He wins the Sunoco race off pit road. And if you are just tuning in, welcome to the Daytona 500, presented by Travwantsthemcd, brought to you by, well, let me re-say that. Welcome to the NHRL Daytona 500, sponsored and presented by Travwantsthemcd. Intriguing name choice there, but hey, this is all we can do. But yeah, Jackson and Nick have been in the lead in top 2 and 3 for that entire last run, with Bryce Hederman there as well. But I'm just kind of looking back through the field. We have some players that were there early, that were here earlier, that are kind of just like phased out, just like the one of Christian Pacheco and the one of Michael Walls. But we're going to ride on board with Ethan Fonseca here from his roof cam to see what he can try to do on this restart. They are back. We are green here, going down into turn 1. Everything seems pretty calm so far. The front 5 or 6 seem to have split away from the 22. Yep, he's trying to make something work here. The number 17, bright orange Sunny D car. Trying to make way, but he slots back in line. As we have, it seems to be a kind of a split right now. The 22 must not have gotten that good of a restart. But he's starting to claw it back away, clawing his way back through. As Bryce Hederman's all over the back of Jackson Tate, and that transfers into a push for Nick Bingham. We're going to go on board with Donald Stern to see what they're experiencing in the third pack. They seem to have a train of Hendrick cars, nose to tail. That was the 12 of John. Oh, there, Fidel.
Yeah, that might be a yellow, I don't know.
Yeah, big.
No, now
Never mind, I didn't collect enough cars. It's bigger than I first thought.
Oh, sorry, bigger than
As,
account.
yep. As the 42 peeks to the outside, 3 wide all of a sudden.
Below there, I don't know.
Justin Rott looks low as he seems to be kind of chopped off of there. But all this has done is made Bryce Hederman drop to the rear of this line, and same as Tim Olson. Almost said Tim Smith. You know if you know. But right now we have Justin Rott, who's back up to third and is desperately trying to get under Jackson Tate, but Jackson just keeps chopping him and not allowing it to happen. As Bryce and Jonathan Parker try to go to the outside once again. But yeah. Oh, Harden to the outside while Hunter McDivitt, who is hit by the 6 of Matthew Stotts. Here comes Michael Walls coming out of nowhere.
Oh, and we got an accident.
Oh, yeah, big crash.
Second around.
Oh, in the middle of the track, hit by Jonathan Parker and Hunter McDivitt.
Yeah, that's a yellow.
Yep.
Actually, was that the end of the stage?
Yes, that was the end of the stage.
Yeah, yellow is out. I'm gonna go in and get a check. Never mind, I just figured it out.
Travis out of the race, I think.
Travis Van Oostendorp. Yeah, I think he is. He's either out of the race or on pit road and timed it perfectly. But I believe you're correct. As I will let y'all call this restart as I try to figure something out. So, you will hear Wolfgang Stone and Adam Pelk give y'all their insight to the restart when we go back green.
Well, I really think here on this current stage 3 is really when everybody's going to finally get by Nick Bingham. Everybody's been trying all racing. We saw Jackson Tate desperately trying to get the inside of him and trying to have the whole formation behind him anymore. And Bryce Hederman was doing that too.
Yeah.
Never mind, Trav pitted.
He's
not out of the race. And here we go, we are back green at Daytona.
As we come back green, we have Tyler Samponara, highest he's been all race, I believe, is now in third possession, and he has a teammate behind him. And Michael Walls in that 48 machine. Nick Bingham is not in the lead anymore, surprisingly, but that's what happens when you do stuff like that. As then 8 of Jack, yep, has taken the lead, and he is pulling the guys in front. 5 cars are clear of the outside line.
Trav just got underneath Micah.
He did, and that will move Micah out of the groove, as everybody on the inside just seems to be trying to freight train that outside line there. 4 cars strong on the outside, looking to be 3. as the 18 of Ethan Fonseca makes a bold decision to come up in front. We know the 48.
Really fantastic racing here at Daytona.
Indeed it is. The 88 has moved up, Jared Bogle has moved up in front of his teammate Michael Walls. We know those cars are pretty strong together. Can they make a move or a push up to the front? As the 48, ooh, contact between teammates. The 88, the 48, and the 9.
Jared and Gabe Pizzola on the wall, and they're going to crash. Yeah, they're going to send it up the wall. For the most part, they kept it clean, but
don't know how. As we are just 3 laps into the final stage, and you see the intensity has ramped up a whole lot. But back out.
Safanora by himself on the outside. It looks like he got pushed out.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. But
looks like he'll have space there in between. Either that's Ryan.
Oh, contact! 17 hard into the outside wall. Big crash.
Parker went upside down.
Oh, and the 18 is upside down on the side.
Yeah, Justin Rock. They seem to still be going. Oh, another big crash. The 9 and the 24 hard licks into the wall.
Yep, that is a caution.
There it is. The yellow is out.
The big one has returned here in Daytona.
Here
big
near the
there for Donald Stern and Carlos Safanora. And you saw Jonathan Parker go upside down, and then the 18 of Ethan Fonseca went up on his side, so really wild.
Yeah. Since we're still really early here in the final stage, who are your picks to win this race? Who are your picks? We've seen in the first 2 stages how it's unfolded. Who do you think will win this race?
I'm gonna go with Jackson Tate. I mean, he hasn't really gotten up to the lead, and he's been looking a lot, but
yeah,
I don't know. I really think he can close this off. If he can get up front, he can definitely keep it going.
You make a really good point there. That 11 has been strong all race long. Adam Pelk, who are you going with for this race?
Oh, that is a hard one. Probably the same 6-7. I'm gonna change Fabian with Chad.
Chad Thornquist never fails to amaze. I'm going with Bryce Hederman. We know how good of a racer he is on this game, and pretty much any other game. Yep, pit road is open, and it seems like everybody is pitting. As there's a stack up onto pit road. That's very interesting, I guess.
Both 11 and 88 make the points up there, but
00 and the 9.
Just ran over the 42. A lot of wrecks. Oh my gosh.
This is
getting clobbered.
This is the first time all race that they've all been on pit road at the same time.
And wow, this is a disaster for these guys.
Travis Van Oostendorp, followed by Michael Walls. I think that is Fidel Fabian, Bryce Hederman, Chad Thornquist, and Kyler Boggs. Jackson Tate, Nick Bingham.
Oh, Michael Walls just wrecked by himself.
Yeah, coming on, spinning off.
And Travis is going full speed.
What?
He might be
a lot down. I will speak with the head honchos real quick and figure it out.
But I'll Fabian, that's what we were doing.
Travis is going full speed right now. Okay, gotcha.
No, Michael Wallace will be
so, word is Travis Van Oostendorp. The game did not let him pit, so they are letting him pit here. I'm not sure if they're going to go green this time anyways, or... Alright, no restart this lap is what they said. Next time by is the green. Travis will indeed go to the back.
Talk about the Xfinity race in this broadcast?
we've talked about it some, but this race has been so incredible that we haven't had much time. But if you'd like to run the audience through it real quick, you can.
Well, I just want to say that this just seems like it's been a lot more amped up than that was. I mean, you have more cars, and it's been a lot more interesting.
Yeah, the national race had a ton of energy in that race, just because of the sheer number of vehicles that were involved, as they're spinning Travis out under yellow. 95 of Gabe Cazzola's in the wall once again, but everything seems to be okay as somebody else is spun. I believe that is Dick Vick, and they are wrecking under yellow. There must have been some sort of lobby or issue or miscommunication there, but everything seems sorted out as of now, and we are ready to go back green.
What the heck?
Yes, sir. So we are coming to 12 to go here. We will go green with very little laps left to go in this race. Biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500, a crown jewel event. And don't go anywhere, because after this we will have post-race interviews with our winner. So going green this time, we're going to ride on board with Jackson Tate. Very aggressive so far this race, as they are stacking up, and we are green on the back of the 00 to get them going. We are back underway here in Daytona.
Oh, good start for everybody.
Yeah, pretty clean. Seems like everybody's still in a line. Not much energy is formed up yet, but we see cars starting to get runs and everything. They're starting to stack up here at the front as the 00
wow.
swerving looks to have dipped below the apron, but that's not.
Jay Sawyer, sorry. That concern for the fighter.
Yes, he did. Gets
back in the line.
Yeah, right behind his teammate Jared Bogley, and in front of his other teammate, the 24 of Tyler Sampanaris. The 24 on the apron there kills his run, but the one of Christian Pacheco there to push him, going around Hunter McDivitt and Justin, no, not Justin Rock, but Matthew Stott, as we look on board with first and second. Michael Walls is being pushed by Fidel Fabian. We know them two have a rivalry, as we all know. No, that is not the lead. I apologize. That is weird how that does that. But the real leader, no, they are the leader. I was correct. I knew it wasn't crazy. Bryce. Yeah, Bryce had a slight peek under Fidel Fabian, but was not able to. As there's contact between the leaders, that moves. Yep. Bryce Hederman to the lead as the 47 Jake Kumar has seemed to hit the inside wall there, exited the triangle. Tough break for him with, I believe, 10 to go.
Hey, Keenan.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure Bryce is in the lead? Because I think you might want to double check.
No, so Bryce moved up to second.
Oh, and here it is. He's gonna flip a move here.
Just as we say that, side by side for the lead. Contact. 42, 48, 42 with the help from the 00. Not really anybody behind him. Contact. 24 in the grass. Tyler Sampanar was in the grass in the end of this line. But all of a sudden, Bryce Hederman, it's 2 to lead. Kyler peeks to the outside. My pick and y'all's pick, first and third right now. Here comes Jackson Tate, looking to get away around Kyler Boggs. Right now, 5 cars are clear of the second line, I believe.
Crash, wreck.
Big crash.
Big one.
Big crash. Jared Bogley is involved. Yellow is out.
Hit the apron and looked like he went around.
Yeah. Oh, and it seems like Jonathan
and
Parker.
under yellow too. Oh my goodness.
Jonathan Parker may be stuck as we go back and we see. Yeah, I believe Jonathan Parker. He is fine.
Never mind.
Yeah, he is fine all of a sudden. But
That was really strange. I didn't think. Yeah, I think Nick might have hit the apron glitch entering 3 and 4.
yeah, and we know that is a very disruptive glitch as it was on display several times there in
He just spun straight
National.
on entry. So.
Yeah, I think this is shaping up to be a great race finish, possibly. I don't know how. I feel like instead of there be a time run, I think this is going to be very interesting. I'm feeling a wreck across the line, like everybody's favorite Daytona finishes. But yeah, looking good here. Jackson Tate, Bryce Hederman looking good. Kyler Boggs looking sporty out of nowhere. Tim Olson has made his way up to the 6th position, I believe. As Donald Stern has been popping his way up and back all race long. Fidel Fabian around mid-pack, but he has 2 teammates around him. As we have, yeah, John Sheets has joined the lobby. Hello, Mr. Sheets has joined the party. Excuse me.
Good morning.
This is after we are at night, sir. So that does not work here. John, can you just walk us through what your race has been like as we are under yellow, getting ready to pit?
Well, I just blew my engine, and I broke the lobby as well because it couldn't register a minute-long pit stop. But one issue that this race has been having is people just holding a line. That's been a big issue all race long.
Yeah, that seems like an issue no matter where we go in this game, but it's definitely amplified when everybody knows to tell like they are here at Daytona and Talladega. But we saw earlier that you had a lot of speed. You were able to make your way up. You and Bogey have the similar paint scheme, so y'all were nose to tail, of course, to make it harder on the commentators. Do you think if things went more your way with people holding their lines, do you think you could have a chance at this win? Could have at least?
Well, there's a lot of people in there that have speed. A lot of people are making dumb decisions early on, and that's what's gonna cost them the win in the long run. All you gotta do here is just hold that line and make sure no one gets to your inside and just block the high side if someone's coming up, and no one's doing that. They're getting either way too aggressive or they're not being aggressive, and that's what's killing them.
Yeah.
John, I got a question for you. Do you think with the amount of cars that we've got here, we're actually going to train on the outside, you think it'll work? Or
well, I mean, we tried that already. We were trying to all do that, where it would have been 21 cars on the outside, and that didn't end out too well, as we ended up getting a caution right as we tried that. But it's possible.
With the Xfinity race, you know, we had like 5 or 6 less cars, but we just didn't have enough people to get a train on the outside for them, so it's just, I don't know, I figured it would work maybe a little bit better since there's 25 cars in us.
Yeah, as we are back green here, sorry to cut y'all off, but 42 gets a great start. Bryce Hederman might be too far in front of Kyler Boggs. If he's not careful, he could lose the lead. Will Kyler Boggs go for a move here during one? He will not. He just stays behind and push. But go ahead and finish what you were saying. As it seemed, there's contact in the back and a spin. Once again, Jake Gumar, he does not have any luck.
I can tell you one thing, Jake is not too happy with what's been going on this race. He's been getting involved in every crash, every incident, and he's not happy with a lot of people out there.
Well, I was about to ask, is he mad at any particular people? I guess I answered it right there.
Any particular people, basically have to feel.
And we are under yellow once again. I believe Bryce Hederman will keep the lead, followed by Kyler Boggs.
Kyler Boggs, I really think, is going to do a lot of aggressive stuff here, because he's not really been as good on this game compared to past NASCAR games. 2 wins, I think, on here. The Clash for this last week, and then he won in Kit Kat Daytona 500. So, I mean, I don't know, he might be a little bit desperate to get himself another win. Another plate win, too, on this one.
Yeah, this
maybe
would be...
he's the Daytona specialist.
Yeah, this is the world's biggest center, or the world's biggest... I'd say the U.S.'s biggest track.
Great American race.
Great American race. As I will want to go step away and see how many laps are remaining, but y'all continue.
Yeah, it should be interesting on this resurface here. I don't. Buff is a good, Bryce is a good driver, and he can hold a line. I just feel like there's going to be at some point he's going to drift up, and someone's going to get on the end.
I think this may be our final restart. I think we're going on lap. I think this is coming to lap 47 or 48 out of the 50 laps. If anyone's going to win it, I feel like Donald Stern's going to. He's had a lot of ups and downs this race, but he's right there with his teammate Michael Walls behind him.
I've got Jackson Tate and Tyler Bond, so...
I got Bryce Hederman sticking with him. 4 to go this time. We are restarting here, and we are back green, back underway in Talladega, Daytona.
He's going to get freight train though.
Yes, if he's not careful, Kyler Boggs is going to go right around the outside. But will he have the help?
Oh, Michael Walls. Wow.
I don't think Kyler Boggs is going to get the help. I think he may stay behind Bryce Hederman, and Jackson Tate's going to be the one left out, and it's going to be a 2-wide finish.
I have to agree with you there. You make a good point, as Jackson almost... Yeah, but we know the rule. Can't pass below the double yellow. We have Fidel Fabian and Justin Rock trying to make their way to the outside. Oh, Kyler Boggs was very aggressive there, but decides to keep it back underneath the line. Let's not forget, Justin Rock and Donald Stern.
Matthew Stotts.
Matthew Stotts, not another hit. Big crash. The 4 of, I don't know. Jonathan put 3 laps remaining, no more yellows. As we have a 6-car breakaway.
Yeah, 6-car fight for the lead.
Whoa, Bryce, you went up high a little bit there. I thought Tyler was going to look underneath and sorry to cut you off there, Adam.
This is shaping up to be how NHRL was. 6-car breakaway for the lead.
Cars around in the back.
Yeah, cars around in the back, but we're keeping it up front. We have a flip towards him. Jonathan Parker around.
No caution yet.
No yellow.
Oh, car's stuck on the apron.
Who would
Nick Bingham, who just lost the Xfinity race earlier.
Yeah, by a last lap pass, but we go back up to the lead. He was moving last time I saw him. But right now, Bryce Hederman keeps it. Kyler Boggs beats to the inside. I believe we are coming to 2 to go. Oh, he does.
I called it.
Jackson to the outside. It's not over till it's over. Look at Tim.
Wilson, Travis Van Oostendorf, will they work with Michael Walls? Or will they work with Kyler Boggs?
Maybe Bryce Hederman might not need anymore. Is there 2 or 1 to go? Who knows?
Oh, he drifted up.
It's the final lap. All bets will be off once they hit turn 3.
White flag. Kyler Boggs.
Block for his life.
Kyler Boggs is backing up. Kyler, he is just making sure they do not get the drive going into turn 3.
Bryce Hederman has this.
I believe so. There's not enough conjunction behind him. Contact Travis
Van Oostendorf in the wall.
Coming to it. Here comes Kyler Boggs. Peeks to the outside. Fakes low. Fakes high. Goes to the outside. Drag race to the line. Bryce Hederman. What a finish.
Won the R class last Friday, and he's going to take the win here in the NHRL Daytona 500. Unbelievable.
What a finish. What a race. As that was better than we could hope for. As there are cars wrecking. Side-by-side finish between Nick Bingham and Jonathan Parker. But
that
we
was
all
really smart though. I mean, he went up high to make sure they would not get any draft off of him. That was a smart move.
It was, we saw a move attempted like that in National. It just didn't work out the same way here. As we are going to have post-race interviews, Mr. Pelk, will you please invite, he already has, welcome our race winner to the chat. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. I was honestly terrified. Kyler didn't seem to want to be too aggressive though. It might be because I helped him out in the flash.
Yeah. I will open the floor to the other commentators first, before I ask my question. Any questions for y'all?
Yeah, I'm gonna start it off. Bryce, that last lap, what was going through your mind as you were hitting the line for the final lap all the
I was
way to
honestly
the
a little
finish?
bit terrified. I knew they were going to try something, but they didn't really seem to really do anything. On the backstretch, I went up to the high line because if they try to follow me, I could just duck down back up. Whatever they're going to say.
Yeah, I figured. You had that was a very smart move there. As we were commentating before you joined, can you just like walk us through how that final restart felt to you compared to what it might have felt to anybody else?
I felt pretty good about it. Thought I was going to get a decent restart.
Yeah, as you were getting very good restarts all race
Yeah.
long compared to the others.
Yeah.
What's your
So
secret?
Bryce,
He's not going to say it. Go ahead, Wolfgang. Sorry to cut you off there.
it's alright. I just want to compliment you, Bryce, on that move on the backstretch where you went up high to make sure they wouldn't get any draft. I mean, that was really smart.
Yeah. I'm just glad Kyler stayed on the bottom. I was more afraid that Mike was going to get the second, but Kyler did a good job. Holding second, allowed me to win.
Indeed.
Congratulations, man.
Congrats. And that's all the time we have here. I am Keenan Kimber, guest commentator. Adam Pelk, Wolfgang Stone, and John Sheets. It was our pleasure calling the race for you, and I hope you enjoyed. And see you next week for Fontana.